So here's a little sequence just to unwind, just to relax at the end of your day, or if you've got a punctuation in your day when you just want to come back to yourself and settle down. It's great for relaxing your nervous system, particularly if you're quite anxious. Just extend the legs out in front of you, and let's begin with a forward fold. So we're going to inhale, lift the arms up. Really plant the sitting bones down into the floor, and then exhale, nothing too strenuous, just coming forward into a forward fold. So it doesn't matter whereabouts in your forward fold you are. You could be all the way up here or here. Just find a nice deep stretch through the back of the body, and then just bring the head so that it's in line with the spine. So you've not just dropped it like a chicken, you've not just flopped. And you've not severed the energy up at the base of the spine. You are the base of the neck. You are reaching forward. So you're feeling a sense of brightening the chest towards the toes, and then you settle in. Breathing in and breathing out. Just turning the gaze inwards. Just coming into that place of self-inquiry, of relaxing your mind, relaxing the body. Counting the breath if the mind's very busy, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4, inhaling, exhaling, and then lift up the spine, back up so that you're in a 90-degree angle. Bring up the right knee and let the right knee fall out to the side. Inhale, float the arms up like a wave. Exhaling, moving with the breath, come forward. So lots of options here. If you're very flexible, you're going to bring the left hand and bind the right wrist. If that's too much, you bring the hands to the foot. Otherwise, they're just on the shin. Wherever you are, the head is dropping to the knee. Janushirasana, so head-knee pose. This will create a compression in the throat. It will elongate the back of the neck, and all the time you're pressing the sitting bones back and down into the earth. So find the position that's appropriate for you. Breathing in, breathing out. And then floating those arms back up like waves. Release them out to the side. Bring the sole of the foot back to the floor and take it over now, the extended leg. Lifting up through the left hand. Right hand is like a lever so that you're not collapsing in the back. You're lifting up. And then you exhale, turn, 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 and look over the shoulder as you wring out the spine. As you wring out the spine, keep the fingers stretched of the left side, soft jaw, soft face, and then release. Change sides, so now you're coming into Janu on this side, sole of the foot touching the inner thigh. Turn the torso towards the outstretched front leg, and then inhale, lift your arms up. Exhaling, folding forward. Again, if there's lots of length, it's the right hand that takes the left wrist, and you have your bind. Otherwise, hold the foot, the shin, and place them on the floor. Just drop the nose towards the knee. Head, knee, pose. Breathing in. Breathing out. You'll feel how the shoulders are allowed to be drawn down to the floor with gravity. You'll feel the jaw soften and allow yourself to melt into the pose. A lovely introspective pose here. Notice what's going on in the body. Starting to balance the adrenal glands. And then as you lift all the way up, you bring the arms out to the side and you take your spinal twist. So again, you're now bringing the left foot over, flex through the right, left hand, inhaling up. Exhaling, turn. So take the elbow and turn. Keep the shoulders down, looking over the shoulder. If you would prefer, you can keep the eyes closed, that's fine. Using that hand as a lever to keep the spine nice and straight. Breathing in and breathing out. And then coming back to the center. So now both feet meet in the middle, so I'll kind of face you. The soles of the feet are together, the knees are just falling out to the side. You can open up the feet so that you can try and see the soles of the feet. The backs, the outer edges of the feet are in line. Opening the feet, press the knees down and start to work yourself forward. Once you find your place of maximum resistance and you think, oh, that's enough, then you just curl over, bringing the head down towards the feet. Doesn't matter where you are, you might be here. You can use your elbows to intensify or not. So feel how your body feels today. It will have a direct effect through the lower back, the sacrum, the hips are externally rotating. So just don't overdo it, but don't underdo it. Really deep release through the hips. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely, and then you're rolling all the way back out. We're getting ready for Gomukhasana. So I'd like you to bring your knees behind you. You're on all fours. I'll show you from different angles. You're on all fours. You bring the right knee forward and cross it over the left. So now you've got a tight squeeze between the knees. Separate the feet behind you and go ahead and sit down in the place between your heels. If you can't get your bum down, you can put a block or a big book under your bottom. Take the first two fingers around the big toes and roll the shoulders back and down. So already you'll be feeling quite a strong hip opener. I'll show you from the front so you can see how the face of the cow looks. This is what Gomukhasana is. So we're looking to roll the shoulders back and down, have a straight spine, a bright chest, the knees nice and close together, breathing in and breathing out. If you're quite comfortable here, if you're feeling quite happy here, then lift up your left hand and then drop it between the shoulder blades. If you can, you take the right hand behind you and you take a monkey grip. So you've got the hands in a monkey grip behind you. Inhaling, exhaling forward, here. So your choice, you're either here, feeling the opening through the hips and the triceps, or if that's too much, you bring it back a stage and you are here. Wherever you are, soften the eyes, and breathe into that blossoming open, that real sense of movement, of lubrication through the hips. Try and stay right on the top or towards the front of the sitting bones rather than collapsing into the back. So notice, where is your position of your spine and your chest in space right now? And then let the magic of the pose just take over. Nice. So I'm going to teach you a little trick to come onto the other side. You try not to move anything. You're just going to move your hands over to the left, lift up, turn, 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 turn. And if you keep your feet where they are, you'll be on the other side. So now you're going to take hold of the toes again. If you took the arm variation, take your right hand, place it between the shoulders and take your monkey grip. Inhaling, looking up. Use your head. You're using the head to open the chest and the tricep and then leaning forward if you're going there. If you're going there, keep both feet flexed. Keep melting the shoulders down the back. If it's too much, stay in this part of the pose here. Shoulders down, chest bright. Steady, even flow as you calm the body. Really nice. Make this your last breath. And then undo your feet, undo your legs. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. I'll turn to the side again. Bring your arms out in front of you and then roll the back down to the floor. As your back comes down to the floor, bring your palms face down and bring your feet a little closer. Some of you might be able to tickle the back of the heels. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out as you peel the tailbone off the floor and send the hips up. And as the hips go up, squeeze the glutes to lift them as high as they possibly can. Come onto the tiptoes, bring your feet a little closer and lift the hips a little higher, really tucking the chin in towards the chest, interlock the fingers and draw the hands together. Press down onto the outside edge of the arms to lift, breathing in and breathing out. So feel this tonic coming up the front of the body. If it feels too much to be on the tiptoes, then just drop the heels down, really planting the feet. Keep lifting the hips up and allowing the front seams of your body to feel free. So any closing down, any stress, any tension that has built in and around the diaphragm, the stomach, just let that be free as you begin to move the energy freely through the front seams. Relax your arms now, float them over the head. Keep a soft elbow, there's no need to stretch the arms super strong, and then super slow release. On your exhale, the back comes down until the back is flat. Well done. Breathing in, breathing out. You let the knees drop over to the left, bring them to the center, and let them drop over to the right. So allowing that windscreen wiping effect to just keep the stomach and the back relaxed. Just unwinding, unraveling. Lovely. And then come back to the center. From here, you're going to bring the hands either side of the hips and try and rock and roll up into your shoulder stand. So get some momentum. I'll give you some other options if this is too much. Sometimes it feels better to drop the knees to the forehead to get the hands up. And then you don't have to extend your legs. You can just have your knees bent. Or you've straightened the legs. Breathing in, breathing out. So now you're resting the veins of the legs. You're releasing out any of the tension from the day. The nervous system's getting a rest. Breathing in, breathing out. Be sure not to move your head at all from side to side here. You can take some rotations with the ankles if your feet are tired. There's no set rules here. You're just working with the instinct of your body. Breathing in, breathing out. And then slowly lowering the legs down behind your head. On this variation, I'd like you to point the toes so the toenails come down. If the feet are suspended here in the air, just keep the support on the lower back. If they come down, then release the hands and draw away in the opposite direction. Nothing too dynamic, not overdoing it, just relaxing and feeling that beautiful deep stretch through the upper back, the mid back, the lower back, and compressing through the thyroid. If you're quite open here, you could drop the knees to the forehead or even drop them either side of the ears for ear pressure pose. Wherever you are is perfect. You are already more than enough. Hands like brakes. Start to roll the body out. So you can use these hands as much or as little as feels appropriate. If you're very strong in the tummy, for example, you might even just bring them over the head. Roll down super slow, super slow, super slow, using the control and strength in the tummy. And then we finish here as we flex the toes down towards the body and you exhale. If you need to take another breath, if you run out of breath, just stop, breathe in and breathe out. Until you get to the floor. And when you get to the floor, you bring the knees in towards the chest and you take some little circles. So your choice, sometimes it's nice to do circles away from each other. You're massaging through that lower back, the sacrum. Sometimes keep the knees together. Lovely. Do what feels nice for you, maybe a little figure of 8. I can't get my figure of 8 there, but you know what I mean. And then when you're ready, cross the ankles and rock back and forth. If you like rocking back and forth, take loads. Otherwise, just rock up to sit. And you should feel a little bit more like you've found yourself. You've come back to yourself. You've relaxed your nervous system. And feel better. Namaste.